Hey, once again, I'm out here getting my steps in, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the word voiceless. Voiceless. Because to be transparent, I used to be voiceless. Although I've said a whole lot, I said a whole lot of stuff, but when it came down to like enforcing boundaries, enforcing, my standards, enforcing what was wrong, what was right, I was somewhat voiceless. I wasn't like totally mute, which I thank the Lord I wasn't totally mute, but we do have people who are mute who won't say anything, but I'm thinking back on those times, and it's a true fact, I believe, that whenever we fail to express what we really feel inside, whenever we fail to set those standards outwardly, which makes us voiceless, even inside, we start believing the voicelessness. Okay, so I'll explain that. It's like whenever we don't express what we're really feeling inside, whenever we don't express for real what our emotions are, we become almost stagnant. It's like we begin to lose hope. We begin to allow other people, places, and things to bully us. We begin to allow other people, places, and things to become our reality. We begin to allow other people, places, and things to just rule our lives, rule our wills, rule our emotions. So it's very important to exercise your voice. Exercise your voice. And I'm especially talking to women, because women can lose themselves at the cost of being voiceless. You think that being voiceless is okay. You think, well, I'm just not going to say nothing, or I'm just going to let that slide. I'm just not going to say anything about that, because most of the times whenever we do that, we're fearing what the other person, place, or thing may retaliate against us with. Like in a relationship, whenever you choose to just be quiet all the time and not express your real emotions, there's a deep down fear that if you really said what you needed to say, that maybe that person would walk away. Or maybe if you said what you truly needed to say, then it's, for some reason, it's just going to be an undesirable result. But what we need to be doing, and what, in hindsight, for years, what I should have done, which I didn't know to do, is I should have just said what needed to be said. If it was like enforcing a boundary or enforcing a standard within me, I should have just let it flow and let it go the way it was going to go. You know what I'm saying? Now there are exceptions, because we have to be able to control our tongue, because we're not supposed to be going around just like hurting everybody or hurting people, just because you just want to say what you want to say. There still have to be some tact and respect, in what we're expressing. But the voicelessness, basically, that I'm talking about is when you lose your voice, when you lose your right to live in peace, whenever you lose your right to just exist and be you in your true identity. What is your identity? Who are you For real, what is your true identity? And even important question is, who stole your identity? Who stole it? What person, place, or thing was allowed to steal your identity because you remained voiceless? So that's a real important question. And y'all see I'm a little winded because I'm doing little heels and drops and heels and drops. But yeah, trying to get these steps in to stay healthy, heart healthy. Back in my 20s and stuff, I used to want to, like have the, the shape with the tight abs and stuff, like the video girls, but it ain't about that now. It's about my heart pumping correctly. My vital signs staying good. That's what I exercise for now. But the body is a side effect of your exercise. It is good to look good too, but that can't be the most important thing. But anyway, just monitor yourselves and be aware of the voicelessness, because that's not a good trait. That's not a good trait. It's not good to always remain silent on issues that need to be heard. Sometimes you got to rock the boat. Sometimes you gotta stand up and let your voice be heard, even when don't nobody want to hear it, for real. Because if something is right, if something is proper and everything, let your voice be heard. Let your voice be heard, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the downfall or the fallout of people who don't really agree, because everybody's not going to agree with everything in this world. Everybody's not going to agree. But you have to gain your voice back. You have to gain your voice back. Your voice need to be heard. You carry experiences that need to be heard. You carry a story that needs to be heard. So get past the fear. Get past the fear of just being exposed. Now, I ain't saying go out and tell all your business. I'm not saying that. But your voice, your story needs to be told at your discretion. Your story needs to be told. All right, so just be mindful of the voicelessness, because we need your voice. We need to hear your voice. We need to hear your story. Find your identity. If you don't already know your identity, find your identity and be her. Be him if you're a male. Find your identity. Your identity matters. Your identity matters. So find your identity and be that person. That's where your livelihood is. That's where you can be alive. In your true identity is where you're the boss. Okay, you're the boss of your personal story. You're the boss, and everyone else is not the boss. They can be co-writers or maybe characters in your story, but they're not the boss. So yeah, find your true identity and rock your true identity. All right, you'll be glad you did. All right, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and please share and like. Thank you.